Hello there. What is going on, everybody? Today we are going to be unboxing the Hulkbuster expansion for Marvel Crisis Protocol. I'm also going to be assembling it, so you will be able to see not just the frame and the sprue, but the fully assembled model or models, because we're also getting an Iron Man kind of inside the Hulkbuster. And I'm really curious to see how this thing is weighted, how it's actually going to stand up, because when I've seen them doing their paintings and stuff of this, the whole model just looks off center, and so it's really going to be an experience to see just how well this thing is put together and how hard or difficult it is to assemble. We'll take a look at the cards that come in here. If you guys are new to the channel, we are still giving away a lightsaber. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. Also, check our Discord. I've been talking Marvel Crisis Protocol a lot more in there lately. I've been playing a little bit more recently, and man, I always have a fun. This is a game that never leaves me disappointed. It's a very, very fun and super enjoyable game to play. And so, if you want to become a part of the community, talk about the game, ask some questions, and don't forget to share your painted miniatures. All of that stuff is there. So we've got lots of spruage here. We're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at the cards and all of the cards and all of that good stuff as well. As I think there's some other cards in there too. Cool, groovy. All right. So first off, we've got, what is this? Little Iron Man. We got Little Iron Man right here on a base. And there we go. One looks pretty simple. Got those jets, though. The jets are going to be pretty cool, the repulsor beams. But yeah, they've come such a long way from like that first core box where it was like 1 million pieces for one model to like, I think these are much easier to work with types of sprues. So I really like that. We've got part of Hulkbuster. Maybe this is, I don't know, this isn't the head. Is this, this is like one of the arms, I think. I think that's like a fist punching right there. Okay. We've got this one here, which is some of the torso, some jets, and I mean, he's so big, right? He's going to take a little while, but at least none of these pieces are super tiny. And so that is a very important thing. And then the final sprue here, we got some feet, and then we got those jets coming off of that too. And those do look like solid plastic, so that's going to give it some weight. There's a lot of bits in there too, giving the lower feet some weight as well. And I only got the hand giving the high five. Which, I just realized Hulkbuster only has 4 fingers. Wow. I don't know why I thought that was like relevant information before, but sure enough, yeah, Hulkbuster only has 4 fingers. I wonder what prompted Tony to make that particular decision. Now we've only got the one base here, so hopefully there's no problems getting him on a big old base like this. Hopefully the explosion doesn't need. I think that might be the smartest thing though, because then it keeps this part of the base the heaviest. So then we'll see. And then we've got our small bases here. We also have our guide here, so we'll take just a look at the credits for this one. We're getting so much more new stuff for our MCP in now. So the regular Iron Man is going to go together pretty easy. And then of course we also have the Hulkbuster assembly guide, a little bit more complex, but I mean, really good steps, right? Like I love the way that they do this. It's very easy to follow, very common sense. I don't usually, for these, when their instructions are very simple, I won't necessarily record myself doing each step by step. I'll just kind of say, well, I'll just jump to the final product. Or if there is a particularly difficult part or a tricky part, I'll show you that. That's kind of how I tend to do it. Let's take a look at these cards. All right, we've got Hulkbuster here, a double-sided card, and unlike Hulk, when he flips over, he's actually not immediately eliminated because you kind of have a special little enhanced support system suit. So he's 13 health, awesome, 6 threat, so a very expensive character, 13 health, medium speed, which is not bad. Like medium speed for that large base is going to be awesome. It's like really fast here. He is size 4 also, which is a nice thing because size 4 means he's not going to be able to be thrown by most of the effects that can push and throw other people. So I really like that. He's 4-3 and 3, so good defense, real good defense. That 13 health is probably going to keep him alive for quite a while. Heavy repulsor blast. This is going to be his builder, and it's a true builder, and it's 6 damage. It's not bad, but it's only range 3, so he has to be a little close to you, which again, at medium speed, that's fine. So that's after it's resolved. If it didn't deal damage, he still gains a power. So I like that a lot. And he pushes people away. And he's got the Meteor Punch for 3 power. It's going to be 8 dice, and it's explosive. So that's cool. And they don't gain power. Oh, man, that's just so nasty. So he also leads Hulkbusters. He leads Avengers with the Hulkbusters leader ability. And if they would suffer damage from a collision, you can reduce the amount suffered by 1. If you, of course, and they have the second part in here. If you're using Hulkbusters, when this character's put into play, you're still using that leadership ability. That's because the other side has the same thing. So they're just saying, like, you know, you don't lose your leadership ability because he leaves and somebody else comes in. Like, you're still using it. He's got hit and run, which is great. You know, extra, attack and then move. That's always good. It's only 2 power. He's going to gain an additional power each turn also. He's got Now I'm Mad. It's a size 4 throw, and he throws it medium. I love that. Really good. You're going to be throwing some medium-sized buildings, some even close to larger buildings. I love that. I love that, love that, love that. He's got Built to Take It, so he can spend 1 to reduce damage by 1. Also, he can't be pushed when he uses that. And then he's got the Enhanced Support Systems. If this character would flip its stat card to the injured side, instead place Iron Man Hulkbuster within 2 of it, then remove this character from the battlefield. Iron Man Hulkbuster has no damage, power, or special conditions. So he's not Iron Man Hulkbuster. This is Iron Man Hulkbuster. So it's still Tony Stark. Right? They're both still Tony Stark. But this is the inside. Right? So this is kind of like nothing else at the bottom there, right? So yes. So he is only 5 health here. So total, you're looking at 13 and 5. So only 20 health. But the cool thing about that is when he flips over, this is still a healthy side. Right, so I think that's going to be really helpful for holding objectives because he has no injured side, so you don't have to worry about, you'll do a little bit better holding objectives if you have a healthy character rather than an injured character. Although there are certain cards that benefit when you have injured characters, but still, forget about that. All right, so he's got a Rapid Repulsor Blast. He's got Rapid Fire, can attack it twice, but this is only a 1 power gainer, so he's going to have a harder time trying to gain power. And he really wants to gain power because he's got the ability to summon Hulkbuster back out there again, which is really cool. So ideally, if you lose Hulkbuster early enough, like if somehow you lose Hulkbuster on like turn 1, because again, there's only 6 turns, right? I guess you get 1 power during the power phase here. So turn 2, you'd have 1 power. And then you can maybe attack twice if you happen to be in just the right spot to attack 2 different people and got rapid fire each time. Like that's a maybe. That's a maybe that you could do. But I think this is really going to want other cards and other people that can help him with power. I think that's what they really want to do. But he's got New Plan that helps him stay alive. If he gets attacked, if he takes damage, he gets to advance medium. So he gets to kind of run away. Which is going to be very, very helpful. He's got he's the secondary support suit. When he would be dazed or KO'd, he instead cannot be included. He can't be included in rosters as start of a new one. But he can only be put into play as the result of basically you can't start him on this side, right? But he does have flight. The interesting thing is Hulkbuster does not have flight. So that's pretty interesting. He's going to have a harder time moving. This guy can fly around though. So very, very cool. Now we got some cards too. We got Rescue on this art here for fallback. Look at Rescue right there. Love that. I cannot wait for Rescue. We've got Armor Wars coming out on Disney Plus at some point. So I really want to be able to do House Party Protocol kind of build. Sounds like it's going to be so exciting whenever that happens. All right. So when an allied character is attacked before damage is dealt, it may spend 2 to play this card. The character may advance short away from the attacking character. That's going to be really good for area effect things or after it's done. I don't know if, because it's before damage is dealt, so I think if you get out of range of the attack, I think you still have to take the damage though. So this was one that I think is probably going to be good in certain use cases. I don't know exactly how great that one's going to be, but I think one cool thing about that is that will work pretty well for something like this. Is after I'm defeated, I think I get to place Iron Man within range of me, so I can fall back on Hulkbuster, reposition, and then spit this dude out, and then at maybe a much more favorable location. And I think that's kind of at least one use for this card. And then we got the Helios Laser Bombardment. This is the one that's really, really good and is also good for classic Iron Man as well, or the starter box Iron Man. It's a range 5, 2 dice attack, but you get to add dice for however many power you spent. And so if you were able to, in theory, if you were to have 10 power with Tony Stark, you could spend 10 power and roll 12 dice with this attack, which is wild. And it's yellow, and it has the sweep and clear. So after it's resolved, enemy characters within 2 of the target suffer 1 additional. So it's got a little blasty blast effect on there. So very cool stuff. We're going to take a look at the model now. I'm going to try and put these things together and see how they look in person. All right, so we have Hulkbuster put together. This was not as hard as I might have thought. It was actually fairly simple. Really good directions, made it step by step, pretty easy. Really good miniature to put together, and he stands up pretty well too. So let's just take a kind of look at the body here. I did have a little problems with this. One leg kept snapping off after I'd put glue on there. I guess I just didn't give it enough time to dry, so I had to kind of set the whole thing down for a little while. For whatever reason, like the base doesn't want to stay on. Like I guess it didn't like this base because I couldn't put it all the way to the one side because I got this raised part over there, and then I got the manhole cover over here. So no, it wasn't a flatter base, and so I have a little bit of raised area right here, which you can kind of see it's a little bit raised. Now, but I can fix that. What I'll do is I'll probably just put some dirt on there or something to make it like he's not directly on the asphalt or something like that. And then we have little Iron Man right here. And so he's the life pod. And it's very, more of like a bleeding edge kind of Iron Man armor, it looks like. So that's kind of cool. He was, simple. He only took like 2 minutes to put together. This guy was much more time intensive, but not frustrating or not difficult. I mean, you put the torso together, then you put the head on, and then you just start working on one limb at a time, and then it's done. So pretty good, easy job there. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the Hulkbuster unboxing. He's huge, right? Like this is already a taller miniature. He's real tall. So he's gonna be beautiful, and I can't wait to get this guy up against Hulk and maybe Juggernaut and all on the battlefield at the same time. Juggernaut's coming out soon. I got him pre-ordered, so hopefully, I know some people have gotten theirs already, but I'm here in the U.S. Some of these things come in a little bit slower, but we got more Marvel Crisis Protocol unboxings and coverage coming soon, so stay tuned for that. All right, that's gonna wrap things up here, folks. I will talk to you guys later. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to enter to win that giveaway. Check out all of the links in the video description below. We'd love to have you in our Discord. We'd love to have you on the social media. If you're interested in Patreon as well, there's links to check that out. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing and help make this all possible. So thank you for your continued support. And always remember, if you're gonna fly the Hulkbuster suit, hopefully you're either Tony Stark or Dr. Banner. I'm surprised they didn't give Bruce an option to get in the Hulkbuster suit also. Maybe there'll be a scenario that lets you run Hulkbuster as Bruce. I don't know. That'd be kind of a fun way to kind of get multiple suits on the battlefield. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much, and as always, have a good day.